So I'm referring to these pages now. I'm looking at page 21. It's page 8, page 16, and page 21. So I'm on page 8, page 16, and page 21. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of a trick to how to get to this. Now, the first tip about understanding decimals, if you look at the very first page, the first relationship of a fraction and a decimal, you notice that we have learned, I think I got Kaisar's one. So you notice that on Kaisar, she wrote down the notes here. The place value with the fractional and whole number part. Now, in the plastic folder that I gave you, I wrote down the clues, the whole number part and the fractional part, as well as the place value map that shows you thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Then they have the decimal point, tens, hundreds, thousands. So you see, all of these aids are given to you to help you. Now, if you wrote this here, I'll fill in for the back here. Here's the back, the fractional parts. Or we call them the decimals. And the decimals you have the tens place, the hundreds place, and the thousands place, and so on. And you'll notice that each of these places can hold a digit. Now, if I look at the digit 3, in this case, this decimal says 0.3. Notice it's occupying one decimal place on the right of the decimal point. If I transform this into a fraction, just draw the fraction bar, one place, 0, and then 3/10. Can you see that? Now, if I look at the tens place, the hundreds place now, so if I look at Charlie, this one, say the hundreds place. So I have a decimal. The decimal here, we have all done it, is 0.03. You will notice it occupies 2 decimal places to the right of the ones place, to the right of the decimal point. So if I change this to a fraction, it will be fraction bar 1 and then 2 places, 100, and you have 3. Now, in the same way, even like this one, 25, 0.25, I'm looking at out of 100, that's 25. So I occupy, after the decimal point, 2 places. So in my fraction, I will be fraction bar, and I have 2 places. Can you understand that? Not talking about? So I've got 2 places. Is this okay? So this is how the shortcut to remembering fractions. The same way applies for thousands. So in Paha's worksheet, in this case, he wrote here, he wasn't very sure how to do this. This is page 21. If I go back to the first page on thousands, and any example, like let's say this one here, 6.175, page 18. Now the shortcut to this 6.175, the whole number stays. That's the whole number part. Here's to the right is fractional or decimal part. So I keep the whole number as it is. O, okay, and then I write the fraction. There are 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. 3 places after the right of the decimal point. I can write that 1, 2, 3. 3 places. And then write 175 on it. So it's 175 pieces out of 1,000 pieces. Now, in the same way it works, if I turn the whole thing to an improper fraction, the same thing applies. It's 6,175. Can you understand that? Now, we will be revisiting this at the later part of this term because we need to go learn how to convert this to simplest form after that. Okay, so from fractions to decimal, decimals to fractions. So you count at the decimal places, that gives you the idea of how many spaces at the bottom of the fraction. Now, go back to the one that Paha wasn't sure, like this one. And I will tell you, this one as well, if I go on to the last page here, page 8. So if I go into textbook again and share with you the part, on how you see 0.02 on the number line, the number line gets kind of expanded from 0.1 and then it becomes 0.01 for each division. So if I look at the book again here, I'm looking at 5 here. This is page 8. 5 and 6. So between 5 and 6 holes, there are smaller parts. What I can help myself is actually to realize that 5 is actually, I can 5.0. And then I get 6.0. We'll read again. And then I go counting 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9, 6.0. Are you paying attention? I think. Put it away now. What you're holding. Look at the page number I have. Follow my page number. So I have 5.9. There is 1 decimal place after the decimal point. Means in my fraction, even if it says it's a mixed number or improper fraction, I have the 10th place. 1 decimal point, 1 space. And then you got 9. You understand? So even if I go to the hundreds, So I'm missing some work here, Salini. It says draw an arrow to mark the position of the decimal on the number line. Where is your marking? Now, got to do that, huh? So if you notice here, it shows you 22.4. So I can reimagine this as 22.40. This is page 16. Can you understand that? Then I can reimagine 22.5 and rewrite it as 22.50. And I can go 22.41, 22.42, 22.43, 22.44, 22.45, 22.46, 22.47, 22.48, 22.49, 22.50. I just add another decimal place behind it, and it was 0. Can you understand how I count? So here marks up 22.45. So this is the one. In the same way, I've got 2 decimal places. So my fraction will have 2 places in the denominator, in the hundreds place. Whole number stays as a mixed number, and then you have 45. Is this okay? So I move on to the thousands place. It goes the same way, page 21. Now, I have 1.42 and then I have 1.43. It goes in between this number. So I add another decimal place behind. So I reimagine 1.42 as 1.420. And 1.43, I become 1.430. Then I can count 1.420, 1.421, 1.422, 1.423, 1.424, 1.425, 1.426, 1.427, 1.428, 1.429, 1.430. 1.431, 1.432, 1.433, 1.434, 1.435, 1.436, 1.437, 1.438, 1.439, 1.440. Can you understand? You can see that I'm the most hardworking here, right? So I diligently count for you to see. But can you understand where I'm going? So I keep counting like that. So I can, my quick tip will be, I open up the next place value for counting. Now this strategy is very useful for learning how to round decimals later. So if I change this, let's see whether he got it right. 1.422, that's correct. Now to change this into a fraction, there's 3 decimal places. It's in the thousands place. Keep the whole number as it is. And the denominator will be 1000 because 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. And then you have 422 on top. You understand now? Can you understand now? Where's your book? Where's the worksheet? Can you understand better now? Now, If you still have problem understanding, read your textbook. Okay? Or go back and replay me counting a bit. And you try counting with me. Okay? In the video. Even if you're not counting with me right now, you can go home, play the video again and try counting. Is this okay? Okay. So now, Shalini, you need to go and mark your decimals, right? You can take it back. Hi, Gautam. Now it's easy, right? Many combinations. Yes. Okay, so you have the first part here. You want to put it together with your passage at the back. Here you go. I want to check as well. The rest of us have handled it just now. Are you very sure of your work? You want to come back and take a look at it? Yeah, maybe and check. Hold on. Do you want it back? Your worksheet. Yes. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to give you some more time to work on this. And then tomorrow, who is this? Edmund. I'm going to say this again. Class, draw an arrow to mark the position of each decimal on the number line. Where's your marking? Now, look, if it's too narrow, then do it this way. So, for example, like how I counted just now, this is 22.45. This 22.40 and this 22.50, 22.45. Is that okay? And take a quick flip through all your chances, okay. If you throw one last time, then you can use again. Now, are we okay? Now, if that's okay, I actually want us to take a break from decimals, and as a worksheet we can do again, give us a little bit of a mind break. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Key worksheet. Page. Take note, question 2. This one, there's a printing error, typo. The teacher said cancel this and change it to a 0. Question 2, change this last number 1, change to a 0. Okay, let's take a look at this. My name. The repeated pattern is formed using the digits 1 and 0. Now, here says heuristics, looking for a pattern. Heuristics mean this is a problem-solving method. It means looking for a pattern. As long as you identify a pattern, you can solve the problem. Actually, why did we introduce these heuristics now? The truth is, if you can recognize the patterns in decimals, from tens to hundreds to thousands, and all whole numbers, the decimal place value system, if you can recognize a pattern, you can solve many problems. So here, these questions are specially crafted on ideas of pattern, identifying pattern. In this case, number pattern, using just the digit 1 and 0. Here says, the first 18 numbers are shown. It goes like this. 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1. And if you cannot find the pattern, repeat again. 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1. But the first digit is 1. So 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1. Does it sound more like it? And I seem to start getting close to a pattern. 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1, and then that's an extra 1. The question asks for a difficult one. It says here, what is the sum of the first 60 numbers? Oh no, it's not asking me, is it 1 or 0? It's asking me the sum of all these numbers. 60 of these numbers. Right now, I've got 18 of them. Have you identified the pattern? Okay, so hold on. Emma, you want to tell us something, is it? You want to tell us something? Yes, go ahead. Aha. Okay, and okay, so Edmund says in a one unit, okay, one group. In a group, just one of the group, the sum is, because there are 4 ones. 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0. Basically, there are 4 ones. So if I add them together, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. And 0 is just 0. So altogether, there's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. In a group of 6 numbers, that is repeating, the sum is 4. Now says there are 60 numbers divide by 6 numbers in a group. Right? And then you get 10 groups. If the sum of one group is 4, what do you think is the sum of 10 groups? Yep. So the sum of 10 groups of the pattern there will be 10 times 4 equals 40. Now, of course, this is like a shortcut. In an exam time, if I really have difficulty, I will just write until I reach 60. And then count one by one. But that will take me a long while. Yes, Howard? Yeah, you want to tell us? Yes? $60 divided by equals. Very good. I like what he said. You want to show us your answer? Do you write that down? So Laura has another method that works as well. Can you see? Oh, all right. You explain better than you show it. This didn't show what you explained. Yeah. Can you see what is he doing? Can you understand what he's writing? No. But just now he explained it pretty well. All right, can you say again? But can you hear what he said? No, unfortunately, no. But if I were to explain what he said, he recognized it as groups of 3. But the pattern is a bit different. We recognize the pattern as in for every 3 numbers, there is 2 ones. You know what I'm talking about? So you group this in every 3 numbers, the sum is 2. Right? And what he did was using 60 divided by it gets 20 groups. And 20 groups times sum of 2 each. That gives a total of 40. See, your explanation is so much better than what you wrote. Try making it more meaningful for yourself and for others as well. Okay? Okay, thank you, Cora, for sharing. That works as well. Now, do you think you can work on 99? Give it a try. Cora mentioned about something here. Oh, Rakshan's one. When he was near my table, he looked at something odd. Here. Maybe, Cora, can you point out the problem to Rakshan then? Now, go ahead. The rest of us are going to get ready for CCA already. Okay, so tomorrow, can I see you be ready for page 22? Okay, and just question 2. If you have difficulty for this, then never mind, focus on the decimals first. Right up to page 22.